Hey everyone, doing well, I hope. Let's learn how to play Is It My Body by Alice Cooper, shall we? With original guitarists Dennis Dunaway and Glenn Buxton. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and the opening riff goes a little something like this. And so we're starting with an F power chord, 3-finger power chord. We're going to slide it into F sharp, but we're going to slide it into a full F sharp minor chord, the whole chord, because we're going to be hitting accent notes on the bottom 3 or 4 strings. Slide in and then grab the bottom 4 strings. Down to an A power chord, and then you're going to drop into a 3-finger power chord here on the A sharp, slide it into B. And when you slide into B, you're going to hit it again. And then you're going to go off back to an A power chord, back to F, and then slide back into F sharp again, and repeat the riff. A, repeat. Now, just before Alice comes in singing, there's this little lick with another guitar. You can kind of do it. I kind of did it in my performance of this one, all on one guitar, but it ain't easy. So you drop your index here on the 2nd fret of the B and the high E, and then you're going to have a half step pre-bend going on here on the 4th fret of the G, and then you're going to ride up the strings. Release that pre-bend off to 2. And then drop onto the 4 of the D string. Right? And now we're into the first verse, which is what we already learned. Right? And then we're into the pre-chorus, which goes into an F sharp with a big down, up, down. Full F sharp minor chord. And then you can ride it a little bit down to A, and ride that a little bit, and then we're into this little run. So we're chromatically going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up to the 3rd fret of the low E, and then do those chromatic ones on the A string again. And then we're going to drop down to the 2 of the D string, go 2, 3, 4. Right? Up to an F sharp power chord here at the 9th fret position. Back to E, back to D. Who I really. And then we're into these double stop little lead line fills. And then we're back into that little lick again. So double stops on the 4 of the D of the G and the B string. Little half step bend release off to a double stop on the 2. And then you're going to string skip up here to a double stop on the 4th fret of the A and the D. Now we're going to go off to the 2nd fret of the A and the D. And you're going to hit 4 more double stops, 2 to 4, and then we're going to move down to the D and the G string, 2 to 4. Right? Back down to the G and the B string. Another little half step bend, release off to 2. Strings get back up to the double stop on the 4 of the A and the D. And then you're going to go 2, 4 again, A, D, and then 2, 4, D, G. And then finishing up with this. So another little bend release, double stop, off to the 2s, grab that 4 of the G, give it the half step pre-bend, and then grab the 2s of the B and the E, ride up them the way we just did earlier. Release that little half step pre-bend off to 2. So that whole little section. All right, one more time. And now we're into the second verse, and the second verse the guitars change into double stops. Into that, double stops on the 4 and 2s of the A and the D, and just moving them down to the double stops on the D and the G. And you're going to repeat that like 4 times. And then we're into the pre-chorus again, moving into an F sharp minor, full F sharp minor chord, down to an A power chord, and then back into that little chromatic run. Up to the F sharp 3-finger power chord here at the 9th fret, E, back to D, who I really, and then we're back into this little these little double stop lead lines again. And I think that's what he's doing just before the solo starts. And then we're going to drop on for the solo, 4th fret, nice slow bend, full step. And then you're going to drop off to the 2. Then we're going to move up here to the some unison bends going on the 16 of the G and the 14 of the B string. And you're going to do that 4 times, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to release back to the natural note here on the 16 of the G. And then we're going to go 14, 16 of the D, down to 14 of the G. And then we're going to do these little unison bend kind of things here. Bending 16 of the G string and grabbing the double stops here on the 14 of the B and the high E. And you're going to do that 4 times. And then you're going to drop down here your index on the 14 of the high E, and we're up here on the 17 of the B, and we're kind of doing the same kind of pattern. And you're going to do that 8 times, I think. And then you're finally going to jump up here to the 19th fret of the high E for 3 or 4 full step bends to finish up the solo. So the solo. Right? And then we're back into the riff that we were playing during the second verse, the double stop riff. And then back into the pre-chorus, F minor, F sharp minor, and the A power chord, chromatic run, F sharp, E, D, who I really. Now we're at the end of the song. We're into the little double stop lead line again. And that's the end of the song. So that little fill, double stop fill, is similar to the one we played the second time. Stop. 2 4 2 4. 2 4 2 4 again. And then that little bluesy lick to finish up. And that's the end. There you have it, my friends. That is how you play Is It My Body by Alice Cooper with Glenn Buxton and Dennis Dunaway. Hope you enjoyed that and found it helpful. And if you did, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully kind. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.